Years before the white man drove the natives from the land, a young man named One Feather lived on the plains. Across the sweeping plains rose buttes and rugged mesas. Set in the foothills stood One Feather's home, a teepee with a plume of smoke. One morning One Feather heard his tribe in joyful song, the beat of the drum, the cry of the flute, and the chanting of the voices filled the air. The chieftain of the village raised his hand, and all the tribe sat down. In the circle sat One Feather, in his fringed poncho and headband with a solitary feather. His eyes turned to the chief, his headband crowned with feathers, his eyes upon his people. Without a word he took out the pipe and passed it round the circle. From hand to hand and mouth to mouth it passed. Maybe, thought One Feather, it will pass to me. Once again the peace pipe passed him by. The chieftain eyed the tribe, and they agreed. Go, One Feather, where the bison roam, and be no more a boy. Bring us back some meat, and you shall smoke the pipe, and be a man. The tribe knew it was time. One Feather took the challenge. The young men mounted steeds. The horses stood, waiting the call to run, their breath puffing in the cold morning air. The leader gave the whistle, and off the horses galloped far across the distant plains. They charged and charged far across the plains, up the rising mountain top. Once upon the wintry mountain peak, One Feather's eyes scanned the plain and spotted the stampede. Stomping the earth, the bison ran, snorting downward, horns ahead, raising up the dirt as the herd spilled out across the plain. Down he charged his horse, down the mountain as it galloped, nostrils flaring, flanks rippling, stomping the earth his quarry ran, snorting downward, hoods ahead. Fourth rib, One Feather thought as he'd been taught, aim for the fourth rib and a clean kill. Back One Feather drew his arrow, flexing curved his bow, stomping ground his quarry ran, clopping hooves his stallion charged. Steady, steady One Feather rode, taut the bowstring stretched, strong and straight the arrow flew, spinning sailed the missile toward the beast. The arrow pierced the bison's hide. Happily One Feather dismounted. The bison lay with open eyes. Over the beast One Feather bent. I proudly lay my claim.